Hello, guys, and welcome back. And Ark has released a Explorer note of Edmund Rockwell, and it has a voice thing. So we're gonna listen to it and also look at a new creature that's gonna come in. Pretty sure in like 9 days. So yeah, let's take a listen to this.
Who am I? Such a simple question. 3 little words. And yet, I find I am unable to summon an answer. I've awoken surrounded by metallic wreckage, the bright thunderclap of my arrival echoing away across a vast, rapidly cooling crater. From before this ruin, I remember little. I recall scattershot visions of monstrosity. I was something inhuman. And yet now I seem to be simply a man, vulnerable and exposed. Why that should surprise me, I cannot say. What was I before, and what am I now? I stumble about, lost in Stygian darkness, raw flesh raked by an icy gale. A stark cold jolts something loose in my mind. Betrayal? Murder? Madness? What had I done? What had I become? A wretched being. A monster. I fall to my knees in the freezing wind. Better to let it end here with some semblance of humanity intact. I feel myself finally slipping into nothingness, as it should be, and then... No, Edmund, you won't die here. I won't let you. A renewed vigor courses through me. A will to survive. And more than that, to perpetuate. My first goal is to escape the brutal chill. Somehow I have managed to fashion a crude shelter using scavenged debris still warm from the recent impact. Crawling inside, I curl around the vital organs at my core, desperate to raise my body temperature. Only then do I allow myself to slip into feverish delirium. And finally, the peace of darkness. Until the nightmares begin.
So yeah, that's it. Holy cow, that's crazy to listen to. So this is gonna be Explorer notes for Edmund Rockwell and Lost Colony. I muted it, but we can have it play while I talk. So it's about him. I'm guessing after the Ark's crash on Earth. So I do know a bit of lore of Ark, but I'm not fully into it. So this is still, yeah. But after Arks came down, at the end we saw a little scene of like Rockwell's Ark like activating, like showing he's alive. But then we didn't really get much after that, because then he was just somehow on Genesis Part 1 on the ship, and then yeah, there's a big gray area, and this is why Lost Colony is going to fill that gray area, or it should, or it will, hopefully. So yeah, but it seems like he's human now. Like somehow he like got down and turned himself human. I'm saying I have no clue how lore works, or well, I know how some of it works, but yeah. But yeah, Lost Colony should fill that void and like show how he got onto the ship, and then I don't think he's gonna be the villain in Lost Colony. I don't think we're gonna fight him, maybe, but we might be, like, we don't know much about Lost Colony except like the expansion pack we have, and then this, and then the new creature that's coming, and then some leaks and stuff. So yeah, and then this part where he's still like corrupted. He's like, it's, but it shows like the corruption is not him. It's like a separate entity inside of him. But this Axorna looks awesome, like with the bones, the hide or the pelt or whatever you want to call this, and the feather, and yeah, absolutely perfect. And yeah, this is amazing. So yeah, nothing really stands out that like is going to show us like anything about Lost Colony really. It's going to it has showed us he's there. Rockwell will be here in some form or way. Probably just in Explorer Notes, maybe as a mini boss. Maybe. Oh gosh, yeah, okay. I really start again. Who knows? Maybe he will be the end boss, and the other boss. Didn't we get like a boss reveal? I actually have no idea. Maybe there's gonna be another boss before him that will. So we might have two. I have no clue. That then like who it will kind of lead to Rockwell's, but I don't think how he could be a boss because right now he's human. So yeah, unless he gets corrupted more. But the element on, yeah, just so many things that we have zero clue what's all going on and what we know. So it's just kind of a waiting game. One more month almost. Yeah, well, yeah, pretty close. 1 month and like 5, 6, no, yeah, no, 7 days. Math, I am horrible at it. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else. We can listen to it one more time while I talk through it. Here, let me turn this on.
Who am I? Such a simple question. 3 little words. And yet, I find I am unable to summon an answer.
Yeah, you can.
I've awoken,
It talks
surrounded
about
by metallic
he.
wreckage. The bright thunderclap of my arrival echoed.
It talks about he remembers murdering, like people, his friends. Even though he murdered some, but I don't know how many he actually did. Yeah, the lore I'm not fully fond of. Or not fond of. I love the lore. It's amazing. That's one thing I love Ark for. I'm not too deep into it, even though I know a good bit, and I've researched it. Got holy cow! Like that's a paw. I never even noticed that. That's an actual paw connected to this. How have I never seen that? I've looked at this Lost Colony logo like 6 times, and I've never seen this. Okay. Any other hidden things I'm being blind about? I don't think so. So yeah, it looks like from like when the arcs landed, there's a bunch of debris everywhere, and he hid under that and survived. And then, of course, like, he's on the other side of Earth where a Lost Colony is, so he's probably gonna be in there some way or form. So yeah, this is cool. Yeah, just trying to think. Yeah, I don't know, like, what else I could see in this. He talks about how he might murder his friends, how he become this, and then he got turned a bit more, will survive. So the entity inside of him needs Rockwell to survive. I feel like that's kind of obvious, but now it's kind of, I don't know, maybe they're going to go into that more. Like, clearly, the thing is, we have the ending of Rockwell already. With Gen 1 and Gen 2, we know it. So, whatever happens in this little gap, we know it has to end with him getting on the Genesis ship. And then, because I'm pretty sure the Genesis ship left a long time ago, but it came back once the arcs came down. If I'm correct, I could be wrong about this. And then he kind of kidnapped or took control of it and left again. Because they said, hey, Earth is good, and we haven't found a planet yet to survive on, so let's go and do this. And Rockwell said no. So yeah, we know it's going to, this story with Lost Colony has to end with that. It has to end with him going on the ship and us getting on the ship. So yeah, it's kind of like, how are they going to do that? I feel like how they're going to do it, it's kind of probably going to be like a ascending scene. Like once we beat the boss, it comes down, and then or get on the ship, or who knows, Rockwell might just take us on the ship. Who knows? That's why I don't think he's gonna be a main boss, but he could be something. I don't know. Like, we really don't know until we get like a trailer or anything. But yeah, let's go look at this new creature. We got like a little dossier or something, and check it out. So here is the Ocedon. Yeah, I think you said that right. And this thing looks awesome. It looks insane. You can see like it has like really long claws. So it's kind of like a sloth, kind of a massive sloth. So I'm guessing like we're gonna be like this height, or maybe even smaller. Who knows? But yeah, this thing is like a titan. It's supposed to be like desert titan, ice titan, and then forest titan. I don't think it's gonna be as big as those guys, but it's definitely supposed to be like a titan of some way and some form. It looks like it has like armor on it and like the skull, but if you look over here, it has like 3 points into like fist. So I'm guessing it's supposed to be like a powerhouse. 4 points into cold resistance, but it only has 2 points in resistance. So I'm guessing the reason it has all this like armor and like the skull on the head is like his skin is very like weak. I'm guessing it's gonna be kind of like the Giga in some way and form, or not at the after you tame it. It's like really powerful, but its health is weak. I don't know if that's what they're trying to go for here, but that's kind of what it looks like on this side. Because yeah, it's just resistance has its lowest point, and it has all this armor, and then like how they get all this armor. That's another thing. 'Cause is this like his saddle? Is it gonna spawn with this? If it is, it's gonna howl, and then get so many different questions. But yeah, this thing looks awesome. Look at this. Its skull is kind of the skull is his head, and you can't really see the eye. It's kind of covered with the. It's gonna be blind. That would be interesting. We never had like a blind creature. But you can kind of see it's a skull, and we don't really see an eye. So I wonder if it's going to be blind. You can ride it without a saddle, but then you have to have the saddle to see on it. I don't know how they would do that where it makes sense and actually be useful or be used in a cool way, but I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm seeing here, because it doesn't have an eye. But it does have these blades. So I'm guessing like a bite probably is going to get like stronger if you have the saddle, or if this comes with it. I'm going to just guess this is part of the saddle, because it doesn't really make sense if it spawns with this on. There's a bunch of this if you want to read it. I'm horrible at reading, so I'm probably just going to like skim through it. Like by design, the scissors beast. It's just like cold flesh and long teeth. If we look over here, species Cryopithecus, okay, time, wherever that says, diet, carnivore, temperament, rentless, yeah. Overall, Project Ocedon, so yeah, it was definitely like a corrupted creature they made, has already yielded the ideal apex predator for our people. Experimentations with red element. So we are getting a new element, red element. I feel like that was kind of obvious, but we didn't really know. But it makes sense why everything is red with this. So this new element, red element infused of creatures engineered for Heartless, has given us a truly fearsome, whatever that word is, that can domain the Arctic waste. So yeah, wherever this red element is, clearly, I'm guessing the Arcs probably can't get rid of it. Because, like, the Arcs came down already. That's already happened. And now we ended extinction. We beat the King Titan, and now we went here. So, clearly, the reason why we went here probably must have been is... like the Arcs couldn't get rid of this red element or whatever it was. I'm guessing red element is like a normal element, but humans try to engineer it into a way they control it. But then it didn't go as planned, probably, or it did, and just normal element. So who knows? We might get like a element versus red element thing, or maybe because we are getting, I'm pretty sure because we have the skin of the new tech suit, so I'm guessing that's gonna become an actual tech suit. So who knows? Maybe like red element and element is like going to have a hand-in-hand battle. And another thing is red element gonna be on Gen 1 or 2 now? Like, is this going to come into layer maps into like a more of a lore center? Because it kind of don't make sense just having red element in just this one chapter and then just get rid of it. Because I feel like they have to now like bring it over to Gen 1 and 2 to show everything with that. So yeah, that's just what I think. I feel like they're gonna have to do that to make this make more sense. Okay, before I found this a new picture. For one, it shows the size of this thing, so it kind of shows us like how big this thing is gonna be. This picture isn't like new. It's just I just found it. I found that other picture before I found this one because I kind of forgot about this. But this does give us like a better look on seeing like this eye right here. Isn't like an eye. It's definitely like part of the skull, or it's there's like something there, but it's not like an eye. But also says also done with saddle. So this is clearly is a saddle, but why would they give us a picture with the saddle on? Maybe to show the new like corrupted saddle, or it has to be like connected to the lore or something, or like this thing. Like maybe you have to tame it with the saddle. Maybe you have to make the saddle, and that's how you tame it. Like it's like out of control, and this like calms it in some way. So you have to have like the saddle on for it to be like tamed or something. I don't know. You can actually see here it has like this like skull things, and it's kind of like a chair. I'm guessing this is where you're gonna sit. Yeah, it's released November 18th. So yeah, we're gonna definitely get this thing early. Thing is, how are we gonna craft a saddle if we don't have red element? If they're not give us red element, I'm guessing they're not. So how are we gonna craft a saddle? So maybe that's why it shows us with the saddle. Like maybe it's just gonna have the saddle on when it comes early, but when it comes to the actual map, it's not gonna have the saddle. We're gonna have to craft it. I guess that's a way to they could do it with giving us early, but without us having to use red element. Or they might just have us use normal element at the moment and then replace it with red when it comes out. Or just make us use red dye. There we go. That'll work, right? So yeah, just found this. So this is going just I don't think it shows us too much more. Yeah, it only shows us like the size of this thing actually, and it says it's with saddle. So this is definitely the saddle, and it's probably going like it has to like spawn with the saddle, or the saddle is not going to be the crafting recipe is a temporary one, because unless they're actually going to give us red element, but I don't think they should, but they might. Who knows? Like they're giving this early. But yeah, this is just a little picture I found, adding some more things you can see too. Yeah, this thing looks awesome, by the way. I can't wait. We're definitely going to make a video when this comes out, because pretty sure it said this is going to come out in Ragnarok. I'm guessing because it has a snow area, but that Extinction has one as well. So I feel like that one fit this one better. So I don't know why they're putting on Ragnarok. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I've heard. So yeah, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Maybe because it has the boss has the snow, but the Extinction has the snow boss as well. So that theory is just out there. So yeah, very very cool, very interesting. So yeah, biotech team or laborating around the clock is as awesome as needed to keep a tie-in as bay. In the near term, this glorious behemoth will be employed as our peacekeeper and guardian. Okay, so this creature was supposed to guard them. They made to guard them. So they're trying to keep out a threat. The thing is, we do have another picture of this like new corrupted thing. Actually, let me get that. So yeah, here we go. This is a photo they released some time ago. So yeah, December 16th. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, this new corrupted thing that's going to give us a new corrupted, like red element corrupted creatures. Holy cow, this looks very disgusting and cool at the same time. And there's even like people here that are corrupted that we're going to deal with. I'm guessing kind of like zombies. Probably going to get like a zombie type deal here. Because we got like the skin of a corrupted human after you beat the boss, but we never got it as a creature. And we only creature anything corrupted human we got is at Rockwell Gen 2 battle, because he sent his army to fight us. So yeah, we're clearly gonna get like the zombie type stuff, and they're going to have like different gears, because like wherever this chest plate is new, so it's gonna be like it has a new, like this one probably has like a ability of some sorts. Yeah, this looks very interesting with the corrupted stuff. Thing is, are we going to be able to tame these new corrupted creatures? Like, I'm guessing not, but I really hope so. Like, that would be cool if, like, somehow we can, like, I don't know, because clearly if we go here, they're trying to, like, control this beast. They want it as their peacekeeper, their guardian, but clearly their I guess it even says temperament redless, so they couldn't control it, sort of they made. So that could have been like, they definitely tried to control it. So maybe we could like craft something that can control the kind of like element, and that was gonna be how we tame these corrupted creatures. I think that'd be a cool way. And maybe you have to like keep giving it the cure, or it's gonna like do like a giga rage and start eating you. I don't know how cool that'd be, because it depends how like strong these guys are. I have to be actually worth it for that. Also, I play in like PvE centers. I don't really play with other people, so it's not like I'm going to like, yeah. So it has to be like PvE or PvP standard as well. But it'd be cool if we can like kind of like cure its brain, but still have the corrupted bits and have like unique abilities. But look over here for a second. I'm just realizing. Look at this. This is new armor. It's blue. It's not like tech. It's more like a flak, but it's like a bluish flak. I wonder, this could be just painted, but still looks like a new armor set. Could be like normal element. We like, instead of like a tech suit, we only can find like small pieces of normal element. So we fuse that with flak, and then we have this like little bit of element to protect us from the other elements. Maybe that's why they're coming after it. If you use normal element, it maybe attracts corrupted, red element corrupted creatures. Like, all this is guessing. This is just all I'm thinking that they could do, and what we, yeah, just what we have. Holy cow, this thing is just a fat boy. He like really has these corrupted bits. Be funny if you could like take this and throw it and it explodes, or like he's like a creeper, comes close and explodes. That'd be funny. Also, the Velvin, like this thing right here. So yeah, of course, like the Drakeling and the Velvin are on this map, but they released early, like the Osadon will be. Like, it's kind of stupid. They should keep these creatures for launch, so it's like, hey, I want to actually buy this because there's some creatures, but releasing this early. I'm pretty sure you need Lost Colony expansion pack to tame this. Like, I doubt they're going to give it us for free. But yeah. So yeah, this. I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they said this guy's gonna like transform into something. Like we can evolve it. If that's true, that would be interesting to have more creatures like that. And we might. Like if they're gonna have like they're make us be able to evolve something, then like they have to give that to more creatures for this, because it has to be like a big thing. And to have a big thing and only give it to one creature is, I don't know, kind of wasteful. So hopefully they don't waste it. Like we don't know how many new creatures we're getting, because we have the Drakeling, we have Velwyn, and then we have the Ostodon. So that's 3. Normally you get like 5 new creatures. With Extinction, we got the Snow Owl, we got the shoot, what's its name? The spike creature that shoots spikes. We got the Manganga, or Gotcha. That's 4. Gas Bag. And then we got the tie-ins if you want to count those, because you can technically tame them. So that's like 7 or 8. Yeah, so, but if you don't count the tie-ins, it's around like 5 creatures that was added to the game. So around like 5 new creatures, and we already have like 3, unless they're not like counting those. I doubt they're not going to count them. So we have 2 creatures that we don't have revealed, I guess, unless they're gonna add more. Gen 2 added the Maywing, Shadowmane, Noglin, a Strider, and Alstrodelphus, but also added the Voidworm, so that's 6 creatures. So I guess it's like wherever they have time for it, wherever they're feeling. So yeah, it's just a matter of time. But yeah, if they let us tame these corrupted creatures, that would be awesome. I really like that, because yeah, one thing that is I didn't like about like Gen 1 and Gen 2 is the variants they had, and only thing we got with it is just new patterns. I guess the X variants do have like a resistance, but I can't. Did that come over when you tamed them? Actually, I don't remember. Huh. I wonder. It's been so long since I played Gen 1, so can't remember. But I don't think it came over with the tame. If it did, then okay, I guess that is a good enough change. But yeah, I was like, I want new Billies. I want something new with the variants. So yeah, this is just all we have really on Gen 1. So yeah, input. Like I said, I'm not really like awesome as an engineer to produce corrupted mucus. Oh, that's interesting. The full summons creature greatest weapon. So clearly this thing is going to create like mucus in its inventory, and we're going to use that as a weapon. He might be able to like shoot it or like breathe. I don't even know what I'm saying, but who knows? He's definitely going to use it as a weapon. Yeah, oh, there we go. Rolled into an icy wrecking ball. So yeah, he's going to make it into a ball, throw it, and then or spit into a shower of, yeah, or he's going to, yeah. Any rider will feel unstoppable as riding one of these impulse and brutes. Our mounted forces will soon become integral to defensive outposts and surely. So yeah, this creature, it's interesting because it says shielding. So yeah, this thing was supposed to be a brute, but it's interesting over here because like the defense, wherever this is, I'm guessing this is supposed to be like telling us how like what type of creature this is, and it just doesn't look like it's gonna be that like defensible. So that's why they gave it the armor. Like this is definitely like a test subject they made. So maybe it's not fully done. Who knows? Definitely looks like it's gonna be pretty powerful, but cold resistance is to the max. So yeah, I think that's everything I could go over. We can talk about like where they are. So it's like this. I don't know. It's like, is that water? Hold on. Look at that. Look at that right there, and tell me that's not water. That looks like underneath water. Huh. I don't like. Clearly, we're not underwater at the moment. I don't think we are. Like his hair is kind of wet. Actually, you can kind of tell his hair is kind of wet. Huh. Okay. Hold on. Oh wait. Hold on. What is that? That's okay. You can kind of see something right here that's kind of blurred out. It looks like a death worm, but corrupted like a reaper. Like a regain, or is this like a plant like the plants in Gen 2? I'm questioning, like, is the water like floating in air? So once like the ocean, we can get to the ground instead of like the ground, you kind of like fall through. That would be kind of cool. Actually, I'm pretty sure they did that in Arc Aquatica. Yeah, I never played it, so yeah, that's just all I know. But yeah, huh? That'd be cool. Actually, that'd be kind of cool. Like, I don't. I think I said this the first time I did a Lost Colony trailer, but I want them to have ocean. I want this map to have ocean and a pretty big one, but the top layer is ice. So only way to get down is use a pickaxe or like a metal pickaxe. So make it where you actually have to get down there. Make a boss in the ocean, of course, but make it black. Make it dark. Make it where you can't see stuff, and then like you just kind of like go in, and there's gonna be like a submarine or something. Holy cow! This, how did I not see this? So, oh yeah, there's a guy right there. So yeah, there's like this temple here. Okay, hold on. So we have to realize this. So in the end of the kind of like the short trailer or the animation, we got like the big city. And the intro was showing the big city, and it had kind of had something like this. So if this is the same one earlier, we're definitely not underwater because we weren't over there. Or this could be an underwater base. Who knows? We do have this creature here. Definitely looks like a creature. It's definitely corrupted, and it's definitely like a snake thing. But either it's like corrupted to the ground, or it's flying. So, or it's swimming. Like I said, like this looks up here like water. So maybe that thing is in the water part of this. It doesn't really look like it is, but could be. And then it's like this water flying land creature. I don't know. Yeah, there's like kind of like so much. Like you see there's smoke here, so you can't really have it definitely be underwater really, but there's light coming here. Yeah, there's like so much we don't know, so that like all this is like theories. You can kind of see like wind things, and there's like this crystal here. Yeah. Oh wait, I can zoom in. Oh, I didn't know this. Yeah, there we go. Well, look at that. Look at that, and tell me that's not like a creature, like this weird death worm corrupted thing. Can we see like kind of where it goes? Yeah, it keeps going down. See, it's connected. Yeah, and it kind of is connected. So I'm guessing it's gonna be like yeah, look at that. That's definitely a mouth right there. I'm guessing this is gonna be like the plants on Gen 2 where it can grab you and knock you out, but who knows? Maybe you can like tame it and then disconnect it, but it has to like be connected for a certain amount of time to keep it alive. I don't know. That's definitely a creature right there. You can't say no to that. And there's this temple. This thing is right next to the temple, so maybe it's guarding it. Like, I don't know. One quick look. We got some like corrupted ground stuff. Got this like tree here. Yeah, I think I went over everything. We went over the like this armor. That's cool. This is like, just a normal gun. He is hurt a bit, and his hair is kind of wet. That's why like up here seems very watery. A bunch of cryptic creatures, a Velwyn, and then we got the Octodon. So yeah, and also we listened to the Edmund Rockwell thing, but that yeah, really I don't really know because that's more lore part instead of like showing us parts of the game that we can figure out. We clearly know Rockwell is going to be in the a Lost Colony map in some way or form, but yeah, and clearly he is human, so it does help, but not as much as these two will, because it's telling us like more about the map. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where I'm going to end the video. We did some good theories. I think, yeah, we figured out some good parts about this, and of course this came out a long time ago. This isn't new. This is a couple of days old, and then the Edmund Rockwell Explorer Note, which was released today on their channel. I'm actually pretty sure they gave it to like a streamer to show it off early, but yeah, I couldn't really use that. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to end off the episode here. If you have your own theories, tell me in the comments. If you like my theories, leave a like, or just leave a like, and yeah, see you guys next time.